Okay, got cut off again, so let me finish off let me just back up just a little bit. So what we did here is we started around here. We added a form. Okay, so the form had a couple text fields, and then we changed it to skip a line here. We changed it again to add the text username and password. Okay, change it again to put them on separate lines. So you see the whole process of this this assignment. It's a lot of editing, preview, and tweak this and tweak that. Okay, and then we skip a line here. Okay, and just because I want to skip another line down here. Alright. Add a submit button, but the submit button doesn't have any text in it and is right beside the password field. So we fix that as well. So now we have a submit button and a nicely formatted form. Again, the format of your assignment is part of the marking criteria, so make it look kind of nice. So here's my submit button. I can enter my username, I can enter and then I can submit it. Alright, doesn't do anything, but I can submit it. Where I got cut off is I had just put it inside of my table. So I have my 2-row, okay, 2-column table, and I have something in each part of my table, and this one just has to be a login form. Kind of a silly looking website, doesn't really do a whole lot. But that's not the point. The point is to just show you how this stuff works, alright? Okay, now when I drag the table inside of my table cell, okay, inside of my table, you notice that it made a huge mess when I drag my form inside of here, and keep in mind, remember how I did my form. Insert, form, and I used the form fields to do that. Alternatively, I could have just simply copied some text. Okay, I could have just copied some text and pasted in here, or what I could do, of course, another option is to type it all out by hand. Okay, now what I was getting at here is you notice that it's made kind of a mess of my table. My table's not too pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it up. But you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up the whole table. So now listen carefully to this. Table's tag starts here, ends here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight everything inside the table, okay, like this. So I drag my mouse along the line numbers to highlight everything. Then I'm going to go Shift Tab to bring everything back to the border here. So now here's how I'm going to start. Table start, table end. Stuff in between the table, okay. Highlight the stuff in between the table tags, indent it one step. Now this is my first table row, okay, and the table row ends here. So the table row starts, table row ends, and that includes everything in between here and here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight that, I'm going to indent it as well. Alright. The TD starts here, the TD ends here. This TD starts here, and this TD ends here. Okay, the difference is with this table data, everything's in one line. Now that's okay, because this line is so simple that you really don't need to spread that out anymore. But this one, this TD here, okay, and this /TD, well, it's on different lines. There's multiple lines here. So what I highlighted here, okay, is between this tag, this table data tag, and this table data tag. So what I want to do is I want to indent that one as well. Okay, so here I have another start of another table row. Here is the end of that table row. Within that table row, okay, is all the stuff here, including the form. So table row starts here, table row ends here. I want to stagger it one. Table data here, table data here. Okay. Now here's where it gets tricky. Now I have a form. Okay. So the form starts here, and the form ends here, and that form is inside of this table data tag. So what I want to do is I want to take this form and I want to separate that into its own line. Alright. So what I'm going to do here is this table data starts here and ends here, and within this table data tag is my form tag. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to indent it one. Okay. Now the form tag starts here, the form tag ends here, okay, and the form tag includes, so it starts here, ends here, and encloses everything between here and here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight that, I'm going to indent that one as well. All right. Now, this I would say is properly staggered and nicely formatted. And when you're a beginner, like all of you guys are, this is what you're going to do. Now, when you get better and more proficient at this, you don't really, whether you do this or not, it's a waste of time, that kind of stuff. It's up to you, But for now, as students in my class and as beginners to this, this is how we're going to do it. Okay. Now, so you notice here, the reason we do it here is I can see visually from a distance that, okay, the table, everything here and here is part of the table. I can see that this form is part of this data tag, and what that does is in the future it helps you if you run into problems of formatting, wondering which tags to close first. This really helps you to do that. All right, so save it. Okay, F12, and all the formatting we've done here should make absolutely no difference here. Doesn't make any difference at all. Okay, now the last thing to show you is it says here to make sure that your code is clean and tidy, well spaced out. It is clean, it's tidy, and well spaced out. Make sure all open tags have closed tags. Okay, no problem. The staggering and our formatting allows us to easily detect that. Now it also says to use comments. So let me show you what comments are. I'm just going to add a couple of small comments. So I'm going to add a comment here. I'm going to go open bracket, exclamation mark, dash dash. And this comment, you notice when you do that, everything in your HTML page kind of turns to a light gray. Now if you were to save it here and go F12, okay, oops, hang on a sec. Save it here, F12. And it still shows up. That's weird. Okay, I don't know why it does that. Don't worry about it. So the comment tags, here's how it works. So I'm going to write a comment here, and that comment is going to be, this is the main table. Okay, and then at the end, I go dash dash, close bracket. So this is a special tag. This is a comment start tag. This is a comment close tag. Okay, and within the comment tag, this is your comment. So what a comment is basically like a sticky note. So think about what you would write on a sticky note, a person's phone number, a reminder. That's what comments are. Comments are ignored by the browser, but they are notes to you as a programmer, developer, as what you did and that kind of stuff. So they're basically like sticky notes you stick there. The reason why they're grayed out is because they're not part of the programming code. All right. So yeah, main table, and that's a comment. You notice a comment is the comment here is as close to the item that I'm commenting. I'm commenting what this table is. It's the main table. You notice that it's not indented, okay, and it's the same, I guess, same area as the table start tag. That's what a comment is, a sticky note to self. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add another comment here, just because, okay. And this comment, I'm going to go open bracket, exclamation mark, dash dash, login form. Okay, and then when I finish my comment, I go. You notice that everything below this tag here is now grayed out. Okay, so I'm gonna go dash dash, and when I hit the close bracket, okay, it's all gonna light up again. There we go. Okay, so that's my comment. So you notice that this comment, okay, describes what this form is. This is a login form. You notice that the comment is indented the same as the login form, and you want to notice that the comment also is also as close as possible to that login form. All right. So that's about it for now. That's all I have planned to show you. That should help you go through the assignment. And your task is to basically design your own assignment. Is to make it look like a web page, make it look kind of nice, and to take it from there. Don't hand in what I showed you today. You have to do your own stuff. Okay. Okay, that's about it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.